trials and tribulations. But just know, the enemy is not gonna win. Cause the storm is almost over. That's right, the storm is almost over.
Don't you give up, you come too far to turn back now. Hold your head up, it's almost over. So set up to take you to your destiny. It's gonna be alright. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, this is your season. Just keep on believing. Blessings you'll be receiving. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It will be alright. Throw your hands to the sky, lift your head up high. The storm is almost over. Everything's gonna work in your favor. You don't have to worry no more. What you're going through won't last. It's a test to take you higher. Just keep the faith, hold on, believe. The storm is almost. Keep on moving. Don't let nobody stop you. No, you're getting closer. Almost over. You're a soldier. Now fight your way to victory. It's gonna be alright. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, this is your season. Just keep on believing. Blessings you'll be receiving. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It will be alright. Throw your hands to the sky, lift your head up high. The storm is almost over. Everything's gonna work in your favor. You don't have to worry no more. What you're going through won't last. It's a test to take you higher. Just keep the faith, hold on, believe. Oh, dark clouds may rise, strong winds may blow. It's hard to see through the rain. You gotta hold on. Be strong. Almost over. Throw your hands to the sky, lift your head up high. The storm is almost over. Everything's gonna work in your favor. You don't have to worry no more. What you're going through won't last. It's a test to take you higher. Just keep the faith, hold on, believe. The storm is almost over. Just hold on. Be strong. Don't give up. Just hold on.
I'm blessed.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys.
TD, aka Terrence Daniels.
you got an inspirational word for today?
Oh man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Hey man, on Sunday morning it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry. Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things. And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. It's God's responsibility, because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle it.
Yes.
If we would agree together, we can't handle it. So we have to give it to God. That's his responsibility. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
I agree.
Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I better leave that alone. I feel my
Preaching
seat.
already.
You
Doc.
feel
Your
it?
seat coming.
So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33 it says don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Representing for the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now, other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them.
What's in it for the black people? All the lies we heard before. Time to pay attention. You gotta do more to listen. Make some action with it. On the count of 3, let's go.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, feeling great.
You were moving a little slow today, I see. You took us almost to the first break.
You're right. I stayed in bed till like 5. I was like, what time is it now? Oh, gotta go.
You was like, bust them, man. What?
No, I was like, I can move fast.
You can move fast. And then when I was
Of course, I was wrong.
You were wrong. Okay, cool. So I saw.
It was like playing Maison. Like,
yeah, but you know what? I might have to bring that tape back. We might have to run that back during the break.
I don't mind being old.
You know what? I don't mind being old too, because what I'm coming to recognize is I am really starting to enjoy age. Mm-hmm. Like I am starting to savor the moments.
That's right. Live in the moment.
Right, and you know, I think Dion Cole kind of messed me up when he said, you know, he said count your summers. Said you only got about 20 more of them bad boys left. If you're a black man, you might only have like 10.
I have thought about that every once in a while.
Man, I think about how much I have left in the world and in my life to enjoy, so I just make sure that it just feels like things are slowing down. Like I'm fast paced, but things are slowing down, and it just seems like those roses, I can smell them.
We're in the anchor leg. And the job is to maintain.
Well, no, now the job is to make sure that
nobody catches you.
No, I think the job now is to have a better baton to hand off. That's how I see it, right?
That's the end of the race. Once I fall through that line, I did everything I can for you. Sorry, guys.
Well, I feel like I got plenty of space to go, and it's like I just want to leave a bigger pile. But I tell y'all what,
that's because you got 2 labs. I only got 1.
You know what? I'm the way technology is, bro. I'm trying for 4. Look, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. That's Todd Stroger over there in his anti-social club hoodie. And right next to me in her woke, you know what? Now, let me just tell you, you know the activists are having a conniption. Because I see you got your Delta elephants around
There's an elephant in the room.
And then you got your woke shirt on now. You know, they be like, yeah, the black Greeks are the sin. They done took and destroyed the black world of...
Listen, it's because y'all uppity.
Ruthie
sorry, Ruthie. The word is bougie.
Y'all are bougie.
Bourgeois.
You black Greeks.
The bourgeoisie.
How y'all black, but y'all really green?
Ruthie, now you got your whole your whole fan club is all confused. Cause you know you got the militant black people on your
I am not a militant black person. What? I'm just a regular.
Burn it down. Yeah. Match
I'm a regular person with a torch.
In the right.
Listen, if you ain't mad, you ain't paying attention.
Ooh.
Must be Friday.
Must be Friday.
That's what your shirt should say next Friday.
That's what your shirt say. But then that's why your people confused. Because then you got your Delta Sigma Theta elephants on.
You know, sometimes you just gotta lure them in with a little piece, and then you start the revolution.
You got chapter meaning there, son?
I do. How you know? Are you looking at my phone calendar?
Nah, I can't look at your phone calendar, but I figure, you know the Deltas, when they got something to do, they be about their business. I see you got your red pants on too. So she coordinated, right? She coordinated.
And I got a little bit of red in my shoe.
But I noticed that your shoes, but I also noticed you're making the patriotic, your red, white, and blue with those blue stars and stripes.
I love America, but America is like the stepdaddy that be touching you at nighttime.
Goodness,
that was awful.
It's not quite incest, but you know it ain't right. That's how how America treat black people.
Oh God!
Unfortunately,
Chris
that was
Rock.
awful, but probably accurate.
You know what? You modified the Chris Rock, but I'm gonna tell you, that was kind of sad.
That's how America makes me feel. It's like I love it, but dang, why y'all gotta treat me like this?
Shout out to my stepdad. I love you, Papa.
And on that note,
Spanish
Sonia
law.
Escobar, how you feeling this morning?
Feeling good.
I hope you're
I'm
feeling
lucky and blessed.
and untouched, hopefully.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
This is the Maze Jackson Show. It looks like everybody's locked in.
Wait, you good, Mace?
You know what? I'm hot.
You got
Did
your
see I
Christmas sweater on.
I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater
It's
collection.
funny how many red, black, and green Christmas sweaters you have.
Hey, you see, let me tell you something.
But they be anti-Christmas messages if you look at them for real.
My wife.
Is that a wolf?
No, this is
A dragon.
Winter is coming.
Oh no, on top.
And did you notice the lights?
Oh,
The
no,
lights.
on top.
This one didn't make it
she's
all.
right. There's a wolf.
Yeah.
Well, that's because this is the Game of Thrones Christmas sweater, right? So understand, there's a
Still
wolf.
haven't watched it.
There's
I thought
a
it was
dragon.
Shrek.
Look. See,
a
you know what y'all know.
Ooh,
What.
I thought that was the dragon from Shrek.
Scary.
All right, y'all. Well, let's do this. We're all here. We're locked and loaded. Let's get this thing to 60,000 feet, and we'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Where my steppers at? This is retired State Senator Ricky Hendon. This is my new song, Be My Christmas. It's on my House Party CD, produced by house music icons King Farley. It's available on my website, HollywoodHendon.com, various streaming platforms, and CDs. The album also has songs like We Getting Lit and Rona Money. Get the House Party CD in time for Christmas and New Year's Eve. This is our new song, We Getting Lit. Just in time for New Year's Eve. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Go to HollywoodHendon.com and get my music. Let's bring in 2021. Ricky Hollywood Hendon. Don't forget me, y'all.
This is the king of house music, Farley Jack Master Funk, and I endorse Hollywood Ricky Hendon. Let's go to work.
You are tuned in to Minding Our Black-Owned Business. We have now one team.
You and Michael talked about some key stuff. Basically, the project needed insurance. I'm now in the space of commercial real estate and trying to understand what that looks like. And so I have a wonderful, normal insurance person that, when I'm doing events and stuff, that covers it.
Yep.
But what happened is when you have commercial real estate, there's different insurance you need. And when you're getting a loan, my bank wanted 133% of the actual loan project covered, right? And this number was high in the six figures. We got the quotes from bigger companies like the State Farms and the Countryside and all of them. That's who they were with. I was getting back prices like between $11,000 and $15,000 for like a 6-month policy, for a construction policy. And we got to eat this ridiculous amount of money. And mind you, it's COVID. My company, there's no money coming in. Everything was stopped. I'm like, we got to do it. We got to get this insurance. Michael did that post. And with me, I'm always trying to support not just Black, but my own. If I know you, it's a trust thing, right?
Yep.
So I immediately, as soon as I sent that post, I text Mike. I'm like, dude, can you do this? And it was like a Saturday night. He hit Junior. Really? I'm like, oh, get in that contract right now, Junior. We good. And I mean, literally, I didn't know that because we're so used to hearing brands doing insurance. What I've learned during COVID is to stop and really read. I love the pictures and everything, but when you start to read the context, like people be like, when Michael or people are putting stuff and they're saying, are you really reading?
Right.
Or are you just going along with everybody saying congratulations and filtering the first thing that pops up that Facebook wants you to say? And Michael has coached me in so many things that literally saved me money. And I wanted people to know, especially when you're getting into commercial mixed use, if it's property, you need someone with insurance. My insurance person told us, she said, it's best to go through someone like Michael, but people don't know those companies exist because what happens is they would actually solicit Michael for pricing. Then Michael would give them a price, then Country Time put their pricing on it, and then the agent has to put their prices on it, and that's why you get triple the cost.
Right.
Everybody's hand is in it because they're reaching out to brokers.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Ruthie Moore, Sonia Escobar running the box. Hey, y'all. I can't wait to listen to the shows all day today. Because Sonia been... When she was in the lab yesterday, she'll come out the lab and be like, y'all making noise.
I'm recording!
She'll be like, keep it down, kids. We'd be like, hey, but that... She come out with a laptop like, yo,
can y'all quiet down, please?
I'm buying rugs.
I'm around.
The sheets. I'm gonna hang them up.
Y'all loud.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
I said, "What? You got some loud?"
Can you turn down the creativity, please?
Yeah,
all the black talk.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Yeah, it was a lot of black talk. Hey, y'all, we gonna have to. Let me stop. I'm not.
Someone gotta do it.
Look, somebody has to do it. Speaking of somebody has to do it. Somebody got to tell the truth like we did. And I told y'all yesterday the mayor's office was listening as well as every who's who in the city of Chicago. You saw the mayor offered she admitted she lied.
What?
Did y'all hear?
How many pressers was that? 3 in a day?
That was 3 in one day.
Mm.
Did anybody
Wow.
see?
That means it's real trouble.
Right, there's real trouble.
Smoke in
Did
the
anybody?
city.
Did you see her apology?
I did see it.
Okay. Did
No,
you?
the second one.
The second one.
Yeah, where
The one with the
I think
press
I saw it.
conference where she came
says-
out there and she basically admitted she lied about everything.
I think I saw that.
That's
I mean,
okay.
I know
well,
what
I'm gonna tell
happened,
you
so I
what.
must
You're
have seen
gonna hear it today because we're gonna play it back and we're gonna break it down for Ruthie Moore,
it.
right? Because we need to break it down for you, Miss. I still like the man punking people with them lies.
Ruthie was busy making her Delta outfit. I ain't got time to be watching
She is
TV.
Y'all know I'm above the fray. I just be commentating.
Yeah, you do. You
Keep
know,
it exciting.
You know, add a little spice. Speaking of spice, did you hear that the FOP chief could be out of the P?
Y'all. Andrew Zop said he need to go.
What do you mean, like fired? From the police
Fired from
department?
the police department.
Oh.
Because of his social media posts. Now, he's always been controversial with his social media posts, but it seems
There
as
is a
though
line
there are
somewhere.
people.
Well, Trump about to get out, so you can't be doing that no more.
So I was
basically what's happening.
Civility.
realistically, I was going to make that the social media question of the day. Should you be able to get fired for your social media posts?
Which is interesting.
But I think it's interesting because it social media blurs the line between private and personal and private in your private life. But I think that there's going to be a time when employers are going to have to ignore your social media.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be the opposite, Maze. They're going to crack down.
Yep, because you are always the representative of your company.
I think that so many good, talented kids who have tattoos now are going social media is going to be like tattoos to us. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. I think that there's going to be so many kids that have
Ruthie's all for tattoos. She's like, what's he talking about?
Ruthie ain't got a tattoo. You don't even got a tattoo, do you?
But I think you can cover them up, but you can't really cover up your digital footprint like that.
So,
yeah, right.
Okay. I'm saying when you got it on your hands, when you got it on your neck.
So, Maze, it's been a while since you've been working for other people, but nowadays when you in those little employee little handbook things, they talk about social media.
I heard that. Well, you know what? I'm going to be telling y'all about y'all social media. Been checking out some of y'all posts, except for you, Ruthie. Ruthie joint just be like the Maze Jackson show. The Maze Jackson, if we can get her to share that joint, it'd be like Ruthie Moore. I'd be like, where is she? She don't even got a background on her.
I would probably hire a social media company to run my social media before I do it myself.
Oh, you're right. I did look at Ruthie's page, and I was like, is Ruthie on this page?
Like, is this a fake page? Ruthie was mad when she had this. I was like, you need to set up a Facebook page. I'm not saying you need to set up a Facebook page. I'm not. You see, she be like, blank white picture. Take that.
Right.
Y'all know social is just a headache. I love it, but ugh.
Well, I'll tell you, social media.
I like to pass jokes along.
It saved my life, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It saved my political career. It actually was part of the downfall of my political career because I didn't realize I was telling trade secrets when I was like, hey, did you know this happened with House Bill, blah, 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 blah. And they was like,
nobody's supposed to know.
I would wake up every day and Vic would be like, Maze, about your social media. And they're like, what? And then Mike would be, I'd be like, look, man. I didn't know I didn't know this was the disenfranchisement of black people. And I was commenting on it. I apologize.
My bad.
My bad. Right, my bad. Give me the keys back to my car. All right, y'all. Let's see what else. Did you see Cook County makes Juneteenth a paid holiday? Let me just say this.
I liked it better when they ain't know about it.
No. I'm going to tell you what I like about it. And so, first of all, let me give a big shout out to my beautiful, lovely wife, President Carrie K. Steele, who actually was the First person to raise the red, black, and green flag on a government building.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, she was the first person to make Juneteenth a floating holiday. So literally, the black people or anybody at MWRD who wanted to take it as a floating holiday, I think they have 3 optional holidays. They added Juneteenth. So they were the first government entity to make it an option to be paid. Shout out to Cook County board member Stanley Moore. Shout out to Cook County board member Dennis Deere, who championed making Juneteenth a county paid holiday for all employees. Now, why I like that, when you said you don't like
I'll tell you why when you finish.
Okay, so I like the MWRD one first because they were first, as always. And you know, my wife always cutting edge. I like Stanley Moore and Dennis Deers because unlike the MWRD, they making the white people have to celebrate it too. Why you off today? It's Juneteenth. So why you? No, I'm just saying. Like when the white people are off for work, they have to say they off for Juneteenth, right? Like so, you know how we used to have to say Casimir Pulaski Day, and I'll be like, who in that? Now, don't mind me. I'm gonna take the day because you know ain't nobody giving the day back.
I ain't giving it back.
So, you don't get it.
I know.
I have the irony of it. The black people really don't, who work at black companies, really, the black people be like, oh no, Juneteenth, we got to work. Anyway, so I am excited because the white people have to accept the day. Now, it's going to cost the county $5 million to do it.
Yeah.
But they was like, shoot, y'all spending money on everything else. Why y'all can't? Okay, Ruthie.
I just liked it better when it was a secret amongst us that we used to celebrate unknowingly, like. But I get representation. But I'm telling you,
it was a secret amongst us. I mean, really.
But the thing I don't want to happen is the commercialization of Juneteenth. And
it's already happened.
But this, to me, this is like officially. That would be like officially the first step. And the first time I see a Juneteenth bar crawl, I'm just gonna faint.
Then where were you this week? You should have.
Let's sell the tickets, man. I'll DJ.
That would be like the Juneteenth celebration they had down in Grand Park.
It's gonna be like St. Patrick's Day.
No, did you see the Juneteenth celebration? It was during my.
Wait till y'all see the white people in blackface celebrating Juneteenth. Y'all gonna be mad.
Well, we saw a version of that this year.
That's because this was the first year when we really made it pop because of the civil and social unrest. That's why they gave it to us this year to shut us up.
No,
here y'all go. The same reason why the NBA put Black Lives Matter on the floor to shut us up.
They gave it to your people that you want to go visit. That's real talk. I mean, if you paid attention, Juneteenth was dominated by the Black Israeli Coalition this year, and it was literally, if you saw the speeches and all of the stuff, and it was kind of like, why do we? Juneteenth this year celebrated in Chicago became multicultural. And quite frankly, I remember when we were talking to the multicultural pastor who brought it to fruition for a political reason, he wasn't even really aware of the slavery connection.
Oh my God.
But what it became was a unique opportunity for the Black and Israeli coalition to fortify their relationship, and I'm sure it was financially beneficial because we sure had a lot of rabbis speaking at the Juneteenth celebration this year. So hold it, stop! I'm trying to get you a trip. Now chill out. Now what we need is to help them understand. Right, we need to get them to come understand to us. When did Juneteenth become a big deal?
I want Juneteenth connected to reparations. Maybe that's what I want.
Well, then that's why we need to tie it to the Israeli community. They got reparations. They got a whole country.
Ooh, good point.
See, I'm just telling you. And they got reparations. Maybe we do need to learn.
Good
hey,
point.
y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out chicagolegalnetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Hey everyone, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I am Mary, the do-it-all intern here at the What's in It for the Black People Media. I hope that you guys are looking forward to celebrating your family, all the kids opening up presents. Be sure to love your loved ones. It's been a tough year, and so long as we're all around, we want to pull each other in closely. You guys have a great, great holiday.
This is retired State Senator Ricky Hendon. This is my new song, Be My Christmas. It's on my House Party CD, produced by house music icon King Farley. It's available on my website, HollywoodHendon.com. And this is our new song, We Getting Lit. The album also has songs like Rona Money. Get the House Party CD in time for Christmas and New Year's Eve.
This is the king of house music, Farley Jack Master Funk, and I endorse Hollywood Ricky Hendon. Let's go to work.
Where my steppers at?
Baby, like the tree, I will be all that you need. Baby, with me, unwrap you underneath the mistletoe. We can sip some wine, kiss you from head to toe. Baby, don't you ever, ever let me go. I want you to know it's alright. Wishing you be my boo. Can you please be my prince? Around me, wishing please can you be with me, baby, on this Christmas? As long as I know, baby. Step this way, come on, baby, ride with me in my sleigh. Tonight we're gonna party, girl. It's time to play, our favorite game. And you gon' do it on Christmas Day and go all the way. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Wishing you be my boo, can you please be my prince? Be my Christmas, baby, be my Christmas, baby. Wishing please can you be with me, baby, on this Christmas? I got something very nice for you, and got your shorty baby too, baby. Your stuff, my stuff, right here, baby. Your stuff, my stuff, right here, baby. We want some gifts. Gotta have some gifts. We want some gifts. Gotta have some gifts.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd, Stroger, Ruthie Moore, and Sonia Escobar. Hey, that is Ricky Hendon. What's the name of that song?
Be my Chris.
Be my Ruthie's. This is Ricky's Ruthie dedication. He said, yo stuff, his stuff.
It's catchy.
He wants you to be his boo.
I'm good.
Merry Christmas, baby. Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell you what. We're going to have to stop playing this song because I'm
catchy.
starting to wake up to it. Right? It's waking up to my ear. Carrie keep asking me, where can I buy this? I was like, we are not going to be listening to this. Because I'm going to tell you, I could just see Carrie now eggnogging it up. Be my boo. Christmas. And her little, because you know she wear the little reindeer things around the house. She wear, right, in the house.
Yeah.
So cute.
She wears the antlers in the house with a Christmas sweater in the house. You know, I be like,
with
man.
socks and PJs.
Man, and then there's reindeer all around the crib. She done turned the video game into the Black Santa Monument. The Pac-Man game done turned into the Black Santa.
Sounds magical. I love Christmas.
Okay, so be my boo. Christmas, I'm going to get me an auto-tune.
Oh, please
Your
don't.
Stuff, my stuff, right here.
We want the gifts.
Gotta have the gifts. I'm telling y'all. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Okay, I know we've been floating around and having a good old time. Let me just run through a couple more things. CTU loses their battle with the Labor Relations Board. Looks like they are going to have to return to school.
Go back to work.
Gotta go to work. Lord have mercy. No, keep it up. Moderna vaccine has been approved.
Wow.
So now that will be hitting the market. And then I just need to tell y'all, gosh, I hate when I have to do this. Go back and look at, I said what I said yesterday. Because I said what I said yesterday, they had attorney Keenan Salter, who is representing Miss Young, right? Angelique Young. And the story was just really good.
I think it's Anjanette.
You know what? I'm just gonna post it right there because I got angel. There's a bunch of angels and stuff in my head that keep intersecting, and I see it visually.
No, I noticed immediately you said her last name first because you were having a hard time with that yesterday.
it's getting to me. But anyway, you should go back and check out that interview because they interviewed Keenan Salter, and you know what? It wasn't like a lawyer chasing her. They went to church together.
Oh,
right. And he was like, she just reached out in church, and actually, the money that she's raising, she wants to go to her church's justice center.
Oh,
right, not for herself. So I think it's important. But did y'all? I mean, we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna play back because the mayor, in my estimation, proved everything that I've been saying for the last year and a half about her Trumpiness. And somewhat,
you know, in this, I was talking to somebody who had talked to Miss Young, and they said that it just appeared like to them that she had, is it PTSD?
PTSD.
I must have dyslexia. Yes. I mean, it was just like she blinks a lot and she doesn't really like look at you and all that kind of stuff when you've had trauma.
I just think the mayor, she messed up. She demonstrated it, and I think she tried to come back because she's national news now. And one of the things that she was running.
But you mean not in a good way?
Not in a good way. She learned them same people she was running to Donald Trump, and she's about to become the Donald Trump of the next generation. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But I want to talk about something else, and I think it'll be a tad bit controversial, but I want to talk about it. Yesterday, in juvenile court, it was kind of a sad day for black people. We saw the two 15-year-olds charged with murder. There were two different cases. One was the 15-year-old who was apprehended as part of the carjacking of retired Chicago firefighter Dwayne Williams. If you don't remember that one, that is the case of the firefighter who went to get some popcorn on 117th and Western, where he was met by four people attempting to jack him. They shot. And
they were already in a stolen car, right?
I don't know if that was the case, but I don't know. I can't confirm that.
Okay.
But what we do know is that they actually, let me say what we know. What they have videotape that shows that they stalked him and decided that they were going to take the car from him. Out of that, he wound up dead, and one of the young people got shot. That the young person who was apprehended in this, they do not show him with a gun, but they claim that he is part of a carjacking crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he did not have a gun. He was in the car. He was identified through the videotape, etc.
He's the one who got out on the left side.
Okay.
Didn't have a gun.
Okay.
I think that's
right.
Mm-hmm.
He's been charged with murder.
Mm-hmm.
The judge is trying to decide whether he will get probation, whether he will go to, they don't know whether there's a range of things that can happen, but he did not have a gun, but he's been charged with murder. They are trying to decide, will he go home? There is also the case of another 15-year-old who was identified by...
He can go home?
Apparently, yes. There was also the case of the 15-year-old Lil D, who has been identified as Lil D, who was with a group of 4 men who got out of a car and shot inside, looking for saw their intended target inside of a convenience store, and unloaded and shot 23 rounds into the store, killing Jaya Beeman, who was a nursing student, and wounding 3 other people. Lil D did have a gun and did participate in the shooting. So the social media question of the day is, what should be done with the 2 15-year-olds charged with these, I don't want to call them heinous crimes, we'll just call them gun crimes, that resulted in...
They're heinous.
Nope. They're 2 gun crimes that resulted in the murder or the death of innocent bystanders or victims. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. There is also an adult being questioned in the case of the 15-year-old who shot Dwayne Williams.
Right.
So I'm going to save my comments right now, but I'm going to ask you all, Todd, get that phone. Right there, please. Retch around here. Unplug all of that.
No. I think I pulled a muscle. HR Sonia.
Let's open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I want to know what should be done with the 2 15-year-olds charged with these gun crimes. Let's be clear that they were, it's all good. Let's be clear that they were victims of society. That this system has been put in place to trip them up. But what do we do?
Man, I've heard that for so long.
I mean,
when I say so long, like when I was like, I guess it really started in the 90s when things started getting really out of hand. People started talking about how, people haven't had a chance, which we all know, at least black people know, that they're trying to hold us back. But I still don't want to get shot, to be honest with you. I don't want to go to the store and have somebody shoot me or anybody I know or anybody I don't know.
Or get carjacked or none of that.
None of that.
I don't think any of us do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so none of us do, but now here we have it confronted in our face. Mm-hmm. We apparently have, now let's say this. I'm not going to assume that the police are right. And I'm not going to assume that they haven't done something wrong to acquire their people. So let's start with in the event that the people that have been apprehended are in fact the people that participated. What should be done? Now, I was thinking about our conversations the other day, because I think this is an ongoing conversation about how do we deal with this. And I believe one of the things that we're often accused of, or not accused of, but talked about, is that this system of white supremacy has created an environment that puts these young people in a scenario that essentially gives them limited to no options. So I guess my question becomes to us as black people, because the people that got killed were black. the people that did the murders or who participated in the event that they were, because this is all alleged, were members of our community. And is that on speaker? Were members of our community and have participated. So how do we respond? The young 18-year-old Jaya Beeman's not coming back. 23 shots shot into looking for one person who lived. The parents. The system. What do we do? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. When we come back, I'm going to get, Todd, you gave us yours. Ruthie, I'm going to ask you yours, and then we're going to go to the live lines. Because we got calls, and I want to hear from you again, 872-259-7474. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of
7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. It's time for the social media question of the day.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-hosts, Todd, Stroger, Sonia, Escobar, Ruthie Moore. Shout out to everybody that is watching us on Facebook Live. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. Shout out to everybody tuned in on WBGX 1570 AM, or if you are listening to us on the TuneIn app, whether you're on Google. Whether you get it from the Google Play Store, whether you get it from the App Store, whether you're tuning in live on air 1570 AM, get what's in it for the Black People Media. Also, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to go over to, on Facebook, we have a What's in it for the Black People Media page. I need you to like that page. I need you to follow that page. I need you to like and follow that page. Now, keep on tuning into us, but we trying to grow that space. All right, y'all, we are talking what should be done about the two 15-year-olds charged with the gun crimes that led to the murder of two innocent black lives. We talked to Todd, said he does not want to get shot. Say he wants to go to the store. He don't want to have to worry about this. Ruthie. Somebody got their phone. Somebody's mute. Somebody is on. Somebody got their sound on in here. Oh, that's you? Okay, go ahead. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie Moore, talk to me.
I don't want to get shot either. I don't want to get carjacked in my neighborhood. I don't want to be an innocent victim of a shooting. I cannot advocate locking up our children. I do think that individually, their cases should be looked at, and then the right determination should be made about their lives.
Okay, so I mean, okay, let me just say this. I see a marked difference between the kid that was in the car with the pistol and the guy that pulled up with and was part of the 4 people that dumped 15 shots into the building. Can we agree that there's a difference there or no?
It's between what? Say it again.
the young man who was in the car with the carjackers, no gun,
Mm-hmm.
being charged with murder,
Mhm.
and then the 15-year-old who was part of the 4 people who they saw with a gun identified on tape, the only person who did not wear a mask, and shot 23 shots that wound up killing young Jaya Beeman.
Oh yeah.
Is there a difference between those
That
two?
guy's different than the other one. I
Is-
mean, you know, the guy without the mask, he got to be crazy.
Well, I'm not gonna go there.
Let's. He got to be crazy because he didn't have a mask, and the rest of them did. Then that meant that he really didn't care.
His name was Lil D. So he was clearly known. People knew exactly who he was. I'm not tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference? And can we make the distinction that perhaps Lil D needs a different level of reprimand than perhaps the other young man? Is there a difference between those, first of all?
I would go with that.
I'm asking you too.
Ruthie just want to let them both out.
I don't necessarily want to let them out, but I see the distinction that you're trying to make, but to me, they're both victims of circumstances and systems that have failed them. And I bet you if you look at both of them young people's lives, they have similar situations and outcomes and backgrounds. Probably maybe some street organization affiliation.
So practically, how do we as a community address that? Let's take white folks completely out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our system because it's our neighborhood.
I mean, they probably gonna get juvenile life.
No, I'm not. I'm asking what do we think, not what they're going to do. Like how do we address that? So here's what I came up with. Some options. A whooping. Remove their trigger fingers. I.e. put it in the car door and bye.
Corporal punishment.
No punishment. Do they need a good talking to? I mean, how do we essentially deal with this? I don't know if I'm going to pause on you. I'm going to let you think about how do we address it. I'm going to go to the live line. Let's go to Jacob. Jacob, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. It's very ironic that all of a sudden, when they get to heat the police department, they fire 2 15-year-olds. Change the narrative. That's like even now. Now it's the 15-year-olds they want to change to talk about. All right? Now, who's to say that these 15-year-olds really did it? They said they did it. They so corrupt, they can pick up anybody and do that. They do it, they've been doing it. They do it all the time. So you prove you're innocent until proven guilty. That even go back to my brother R. Kelly. R. Kelly is innocent. He has not been proven guilty in law. And also, real quick, with the reparations, I'm in Houston, you know, man, I've been in Houston 15 years. I mean, as far as Juneteenth, we've been doing it. And Israeli, we are Israel. And black is in Shalom is our Hebrew is our original language. And y'all can keep thinking like English, y'all from England, but we are the chosen people. And I know you ain't talking about that, but thank you again. Shalom.
Thank you, Jacob. We appreciate your call. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for us? What should happen? What should be done with the 2 15-year-olds charged with these crimes, these gun crimes that led to the death of innocent black people? Caller, we can hear you. You?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Can you answer? You gonna answer? Good morning.
Yes. Yes, you got to be judged if they're guilty, without a doubt. And then, you know, we have to come up with what should be the crime, what should be the penalty.
Got you. All right. Thank you, caller. Let's go to Frank. Frank, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Frank?
Hey, good morning, Brother Maze and Brother Todd. You know the drill. Sister Ruthie and Sonia, how y'all doing?
What up, Frank?
Hey, another outstanding question, brother. This definitely needed. Maze, my heart goes out to all of them involved. But I got to say, we got to send a strong deterrent. 15 years old, you know better. If they did this and they got proof they did this, I believe They all should be tried as adults and given the maximum sentence. It has been statistically proven that you have a better chance of surviving a carjacking if you are carjacked by someone 30-some years old versus someone 15 years old. They will kill you. Okay, I'm willing to sacrifice them to save the future of hundreds of other 15-year-old out there who find themselves being talked into doing something like this. No, charge them as adult and give them the max sentence. I'm sorry, we got to put a stop to this. Okay. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Dorothy. Dorothy, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Dorothy? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep, it's Zara, by the way, Z like zebra, A-R-A.
Oh, okay.
I definitely get, yeah, it's okay. I definitely get people's disposition. Mine is that, you know, I feel as though as a Black woman, you know, I mean, I grew up very poor, you know, and so I hear people like, oh, but give them the maximum sentence, put them in jail, this, that, and the third. But where's that educational piece? You know, you can put somebody in jail, and I mean, when they get out of jail, I mean, they just want to get out. I mean, when they get out of jail, I mean, they haven't taught them anything. For example, if someone goes to jail and they're committing, or they've committed a crime like fraud or whatever, when they get out of jail, if you haven't educated them as to why these actions should be stopped, and oh, this can affect your family, this can affect your, you know, career, whatever, they'll get out and they'll just keep doing it and try to get away with it. So I definitely believe that an educational piece. I'm also one of those people. I mean, you do the crime, you do the time, but they need to be educated. They need to be educated on their actions, and there's a story why everyone does what they do. You know,
I agree with that, but I guess the question is, that's post. I'm saying we're dealing with like now. So I guess I'm still asking what happens. Like I'm saying, okay, I don't think that punishment means that you're writing someone off. Should they be punished? Should we chalk it up to society failed them? Let's go to Creisha. Creisha, you on the Mace Jackson Show.
Hey y'all.
Hey, good morning. Oh, LaCreisha, what's up, girl?
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about Juneteenth earlier as well. You know, I'm so glad that the Cook County made it a holiday, a paid holiday. And it should be about reparations, Ruthie. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Get to my quad topic.
In terms of these young people, I think we need to start doing a social autopsy whenever there's a crime committed by, you know, people in our community. I think we need to start tracking down, you know, who are their kinfolk, who are their friends, how did this happen, right? Because first of all, it's not just going to impact them, right? It's going to impact their families. It's impacting the other people's families who they harmed. And I think we have to stop like a 15. I know a previous caller said, oh, they're 15, they should know better. No, you do not. You do not know better at 15 years old, right? Who put the guns in their hands? Who taught them how to shoot? Jailing these young people doesn't change the problem, you know? And I mean...
So wait. So let me ask you, LaCreisha. I'm not talking about people I'm not talking about conceptually. I'm talking about two people who we have on videotape who literally, like, the people are dead. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about young people in general. I'm talking about two people who were caught
Go ahead.
Actually,
sorry.
let me do this. Let me go to break, and then we'll come back. We'll take your call, and then we're going to go to Mayor Lori Lightfoot's untrustworthy, unblack apology. We'll be back.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now.
Church Chicago's Power Hour.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
Do you believe that God's going to turn it around?
I got to.
Why?
Why? Because he's did it before.
Come on.
And he'll do it again.
Yes.
You can do it again.
Yes. Come on here.
Come on, I better leave that alone.
Somebody calling you right now.
Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing, I better go. God's going to turn it around.
And I feel like we have to encourage the people because so many people are just truly depressed. They're going through the holiday blues, and we want you to know that you don't have to be discouraged. But you can, in fact, be encouraged because God's going to turn it around.
Turn it around. It's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before.
Hey, it's your girl Mona Mia, production intern here at What's In It for the Black People Media. Just wishing you a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas.
What's up, good people?
Y'all go accept my request on the page so I can do the
Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
I'm trying to do the survey.
Why would we let you in? Why would we let you on the... You talking about the Iswiz Book Club page? No, why would
we're going to let you in, Ron. You need to read. I'm with that. I'm definitely put you on.
Somebody please let Ron in the Iswiz. Is it? I thought it was a public page.
I don't know. I don't run it. I
don't know who run it. You got to talk to Shannon and Robin and...
You say what? Y'all group private like it's something special or something.
First of all, it is something special.
Ass. Okay? There's something special. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Then you gonna talk it again. Don't get no punishment again now.
Right. They already came in there like, look at her being nice to Ron today. It wasn't gonna last.
You always mess.
I think Asia came in like, for now, like just for a little while.
Just for a little while.
Just for a little while. Just for a little while. Somebody let that man in the page. Somebody let that man in the page, Robin. Please let him in. I said what I said. Herb and 2 right here on What's In It for the Black People Media.
In the 90s with the black girl where you...
Sandy, welcome to the Book of Dawn, and thanks for agreeing to come and sit with us. We do this thing on Wednesday called Who's That Girl because it matters to me that the city and the people all over the world that tune in know who's that girl in Chicago. And you truly exemplify that girl.
Friend of mine, we went to Dunbar together, Jermaine Anderson, shout out. He was the general manager of the Godfrey. He was looking for a food and beverage director, and I had given him a referral, and he's like, yeah, you're next. And I'm like, Jermaine, stop it. I'm not moving. I'm happy where I am. When you talk about getting outside of your comfort zone, you know, I was so comfortable where I was. I was scared. I was anxious, but I called a couple of people that I usually rely on, industry biz, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm just going to trust the process. And I went over to the Godfrey, just sitting and looking at the property that is now I.O. Godfrey. Before it was I.O. Godfrey, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a game changer in the city.
Absolutely it was. I'm assuming that Jermaine is a brother.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Is that the Godfrey and that hotel system, it seems like they're a little bit ahead of themselves in equality and hiring.
Yeah.
Because to run a property in that neighborhood with that kind of atmosphere, I just don't know that some of the other brands, I don't want to call them out because I can't say it factually, would take those risks with people of color.
Right.
The excellence and creativity and leadership that you were born to do in hospitality platform is really the core of who you are. That being said, I would like to go to what you do for the community because you are a fierce advocate for teachers and schools and education and the growth of it. And because of that, you started your own foundation. Let's talk about Shy Gives Back a little bit. Can you tell us how that happened and about your incredible partners?
So Shy Gives Back, that's my baby. Myself, Corey, Marshall, and John Bodie are the 3 co-founders of Shy Gives Back. It's a social impact organization that focuses a lot on people suffering from homelessness. We focus on teachers and education, teachers as well as kids on the educational sector. Shy Gives Back was born 2 years ago, and it started from a toy drive where we were 3 people that just wanted to have a fun toy drive. John Bodie knew Corey Marshall. They went to school together. Corey was moving back from D.C. to Chicago and wanted to start this toy drive in Chicago, and John came to me and he's like, hey, I have a friend that wants to do a toy drive. Would Godfrey be interested? And I was like, yeah, Godfrey would be interested as well as I would be interested. I have friends that love to give back, and let's do it. So we did it. It was an incredible, successful event.
It really was.
We had entertainment, and if you know myself and John, like, we are into events. So it's more about the experience. You know, we want people to come and we want people to have a good time. You know, what are they leaving with? It's not, oh, I just went to this event, but I went to this event that's an incredible organization.
The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. It's What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Miss Ruthie Moore, Sonia Escobar. What y'all know about that Loch Ness monster? Did you hear? You can tell you from the South Side what's in it for the black folks.
That was bananas.
Did you hear that? Todd, you don't know nothing about hip hop. That was Remy. He coming for you.
No, I thought that was interesting because it was, it was of the day.
It was
relevant.
They milk us, now we lactose.
Look at that, y'all.
Filled our communities with crack smoke.
Oh,
that was hot.
I'm gonna tell y'all, keep on sending us that music. Loch Ness Monster, congratulations, you just went in the rotation, famo. That was fire.
Yeah, definitely. I like the ad libs when he know he got a hotline. It's like, yeah,
take that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we're going to hear that again.
I thought it was interesting because it's like a sitar in the background. Hear that? That sound there. Yeah, that's like a sitar.
And like an Indian instrument.
That sound like
correct.
Dedicated to Kamala Harris. That make me think of the Punjabi MC. Look, y'all, Chicago has the hottest.
Do y'all remember that song, A-Rap Money?
Yes,
no.
we getting A-Rap money. We getting A-Rap money.
You can't make that song nowadays.
I hope not.
You can play it on Wiftable Media. I'm going to just tell y'all, this is where black people could be free. Like, everybody else get to talk about us all over the place, then we got to be around here at our own house talking about you. I told you, if I can't walk around in my drawers in my own house, what's the point of having your own house? All right, let me go back to Lucretia, because we're going to get into the mayor's conference. Lucretia, I'm going to let you wrap up on these young people, and then we're going to move right on.
Okay. So I think we need to judge the young people within context. How much time did former Officer Van Dyke get for shooting Laquan McDonald 16 times?
6 years or something?
Mm-hmm. 3.5 years. Something like that. Oh yeah, right. Okay. I'm asking you what?
He got. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. I'm asking you. I'm not debating you on what you do. I'm just saying what should be done. Is it 3 years? Is it no years?
I think there's a couple of things that need to happen here. One, we have to look. Yes, these individuals should receive individualized restorative justice treatment, but outside of the restorative justice, right, we have to figure out how do we stop this cycle? How do we hold the people who failed these young people accountable as well? And it's not just their parents, it's the whole community. I think, and I think we have to stop. The more we judge our young people so harshly, and we help to dehumanize not only them, but all Black people. They're not doing this to white kids who commit crimes. They're pleading for their humanity. They're finding reasons to keep them alive and to give them hope. And we're just throwing our young people away when we allow for the bad things to fester. And we have more vitriol for them than we did for a cop who killed a 17-year-old. You know, so that to me is the problem here as well. And we have to solve that in our community. There should be a competition within community groups that if somebody in your neighborhood does something wrong, you're going to hold them accountable. Y'all going to step up and change things. Y'all going to see more parents volunteering at the school. You're going to see more cleanups on the block. But we don't do that. We just send them to jail, and we think that our job is done. But it's not stopping the problem.
Okay.
So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much, Nate.
Oh, anytime. You know you got a space. That's Lucretia with the Remembrance
Lucretia
Project.
sounds like me about politics, but I think it all revolves around the same thing. There has to be more involvement by just your regular citizen, or we're not going to get nowhere.
I think Lucretia is 100% right.
Okay.
I think that the energy that we give to our young people, I think we got to keep that same energy for these systems.
I would say that I, again, in a forward-moving battle, don't want to get shot by the person that I'm fighting for in the back. That's all I'm gonna say.
There is something to that too.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And dead is dead, man.
And so here's what I'm saying. Let's clip the trigger fingers of the parents too. Then, right? Let's take a bunch of index fingers. Let's collect them from the parents to kids, whoever we need to get them from, and let's put them on display. And we could put the rings on them or whatever.
But are we willing to take that same approach to the street organizations?
I agree.
We have some cultural.
I think the street organizations should do it.
Are we willing to
talk
about the street organizations?
They're part of the problems. That's the problem.
Okay, so let's put that at their feet.
They were members, so I do, and I'm suggesting that the street organizations somewhat. But somewhere in my life, I'm not going to glamorize anything. Somewhere in my life, there was a value to people who were not part of this life being victims. And it seems as though that has merged into a space where it's like everybody can get it. I'm not tripping. I'm just saying that those street organizations that no longer exist in the format that they did would not probably be okay with innocent young. There was always crossfire. There was not like anybody can get it though.
But I think the same way you got to say, how do we focus on moving forward? We know that the street organizations ain't the same as they used to be. So why can't the focus be on moving forward away from that destruction? We can't put that on. We can't put that on the kids. They're kids, young people, children. Their brains aren't developed. So we can say, yeah, you know right from wrong, but okay, think about the music, think about the drugs. All of that stuff works holistically, and we can't just separate the quote-unquote elements and not attack all of the things that create those elements. So I think the conversation just has to work all together. Okay. So I hear you, Maze, when you say, well, okay, I hear all that, but what we gonna do with these two? What should happen with these two? But I don't think that conversation can happen in a silo.
Okay, so do we open the door? I don't know, but I just think about the family that's there. Let's do this.
Restorative justice.
Okay, I'm just saying that I don't know if the families who lost their families want to
They
be
might
restored.
not. They might not be ready, but it's a mindset.
So what
Restorative
do they
justice
do?
is a mindset.
I'm not debating it.
Restorative justice generally happens after the person has been in prison for a while
and recognizes they did something wrong.
Right, they have to have some time.
But also as a community, that's why we have so many retaliatory killings. because we don't properly restore the harm that was caused. So if we all just mad at each other, then anybody can get it. And that's why we got the attitude of anybody can get it.
Okay. You said we got callers? We're going to move, though, because we got a lot to go. Let's get to, you know what? I'm going to just start this. You know what? Let's not even trip. Let's just start right now. I want you all, if you did not hear the mayor's press conference, her mea culpa, her I lied in your face. I told some bold-faced lies, but now I'm going to say it in lawyer speak. Here goes. Let's play it, Sonia.
I learned yesterday after I spoke that, in fact, Ms. Young did file a FOIA request. So I stand corrected on that. That request was filed with the Chicago Police Department in November of 19. That request was denied. And I've asked for a top-to-bottom understanding of why that was denied. And here's what I think about that. Anytime a person who's a victim requests information about an incident that happened to them, our government's obligation is to respond in a fulsome, transparent, and immediate way. So I've talked at length with the superintendent about this. I've talked at length with Cindy Roberts, the head of COPA. We will change our policies and procedures to make sure that a victim who reaches out shouldn't have to file a FOIA request, should just get the information that they seek. That's important, and we will make that change. I want to also say that I've reached out to Ms. Young through her counsel to request an opportunity to speak with her directly.
That's the same counsel that she tried to have sanctioned, and that was the same attorney, Keenan Salter, who was on I Said What I Said yesterday. You can go back and check out that interview as well. Go ahead, Sonia.
I feel like we're talking to each other at podiums and in press conferences. I'd like to have that conversation with her.
What happened to that
person,
woman?
And I will see
and her counsel
whether or not
advised
my
her.
request is granted by her counsel. And why through the counsel? Because she's represented, and ethically, I have to go through her counsel. I can't reach out to her directly.
Ethics.
In addition, I want to update you that since I spoke yesterday, I have now become aware
that I lied again.
November of 19, when CBS was doing a continued reporting on the series of search warrant cases.
That I lied again.
Some of the reporting included, I think you mentioned this yesterday, Dana, Miss Young's case. I knew generally about the reporting, which is what prompted me to have our chief risk officer get involved to reform the search warrant process.
By the way, she threw the black woman under the bus in this.
In November of 19, this Miss Young's case and others were lifted up to my attention. I don't have any contemporaneous recollection of this, but what I now know, having looked at some emails, is my team knew that this was an issue of great concern for me, issues meaning about the search warrants. They knew that I had tasked our chief risk officer to look into this and to work on reforming the policy. So this was lifted up to me as yet another example. Again, I don't have any specific recollection of it.
I can't remember, but I knew. Sort of like the
it was in
Scotch.
November when I was probably focused on budget issues and getting our budget passed through City Council. But it was flagged for me. And I repeat again that the first time I actually saw the video itself was Tuesday morning when it posted. I actually think it was Monday night, but I saw it Tuesday morning when it posted on CBS 2's website. So going forward, I think our task is very clear. As I mentioned, number one, anytime a victim wants information about the matter involving them, and I want to say a case because I don't want to make it that formal, we've got to be more responsive and do a better job, and we're going to do that. No one needs to suffer needlessly in the way that Ms. Young has and countless others, so we've got to get that right. In a moment, Superintendent Brown will provide further details on the new policies and procedures at the Chicago Police Department regarding search warrants as well as body-worn camera usage. But I want to elaborate again on what changes we made just in January of this year as a result of the reporting that was done by CBS 2. Requires independent collaboration of information received from a third party, and that third party cannot be paid or receive compensation. Let me emphasize why that's important. What we don't want to do is incentivize
She lecturing
people
us now
to provide
for her
any
lies?
information. We want credible information. Credible information crime has been committed and evidence of the crime will be located in a particular location. Those lines get blurred if a third-party confidential informant is being paid. So that's important. Body-worn cameras must be worn and activated when the search warrant is being conducted. At least 2 uniform officers have to be in uniform
Are we being trained
as
right
part
now?
of the search warrant team.
Right.
Why is that important? Somebody brings in your door in the middle of the night and they're not obviously the police, you're not going to let them in. And you're going
She didn't have an option to let them in anyway. They busted your door down.
Present is
If I was in that position.
One thing that also is important that we put into the new policy is if there is a wrong address that requires a CR investigation.
We've been getting CR numbers since
Why is
forever.
that important? Because we need to know what happened. We don't
Let's
need
stop.
to have
Let's
happen
just stop.
what happened
Let's
here,
just stop.
which
Let's
is
just stop it.
Thank you.
So, Chicago, you heard Mayor Lori Lightfoot, what she was reminded after she spoke yesterday that she basically lied about everything. That it was raised up. As we listened to the press conference yesterday, she continued to grasp for people to blame. I can't remember the black sister who she said it was. I told her, and she was supposed to let me know. So I got a feeling that the head that's going to roll is going to be a black head. It's going to be a black woman that's going to take the fall for this, even though the mayor admits that she raised it up.
I just got a little bit more.
Go ahead, play some more.
disturbing and traumatic for all the reasons that I've said. For me as a black woman.
Oh, wait, don't forget to cry.
And knowing that that could have easily been me. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've had a lot of conversation with a lot of people, particularly my black female friends.
My black
we
female
all feel
friends.
exactly the same.
Bring back, rewind that, bring that back. Play it again.
But that could have easily been me. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've had a lot of conversation with a lot of people, particularly my black female friends. We all feel exactly the same. We
Oh,
feel
stop.
outraged.
Who do you think were her black female friends that advised her on that?
You know what I actually thought
That
about?
don't work for her?
I think maybe she actually listened to Alderman Hairston, because I think she actually kind of trusts her voice, and so I think she probably heard what she said.
I don't think
I'm
Alderman
more in
Hairston-
Maze's camp that she doesn't really have too much respect for those aldermen.
Right, she don't have no respect for her black female friends. I think that what happened was all of the black bourgeoisie elite black women who now see an opportunity. Because let me just help y'all understand. Right now, if you are black and you are a woman and you are of the elite class, she's going to need you. Right? So right now, they setting her up. Remember how I told you you're supposed to be doing Madigan? You're supposed to prop them up so you can be shaking them loose? Let's see how much of that stuff moves around. But you know what I decided I wanted to do? So you're like, we got a little bit more. And then after that, I'm going to bring on a PR specialist who is going to break down how you respond in a crisis and what the mayor did here, Dr. Nikita Nietzsche. But we're going to talk to her in a minute. Go ahead, Sonia, play some more.
We feel like her dignity and our dignity was denied, that she was humiliated.
Who is our?
And she's emblematic, unfortunately, of too many wrongs that have been visited upon black women and women of color, not just in our city, but in our city. And I have an obligation to make that wrong right. It's been painful, and upsetting.
Give me some tissue, Tito.
I think this gives us an opportunity.
Real quick, but this is right out.
Look, how long did you know, I wondered, did they coordinate that? And I got to say
painful and upsetting.
Give me some tissue, Tito. I got to say this.
But I think this gives us an opportunity
Right, it's a but, but this gives us
to
an opportunity.
look at.
I was crying, but now I'm not. I just gotta say, first of all, did we fall for the show? But I decided this. I decided that instead of me talking about this, I was scrolling through social media yesterday trying to find out kind of what people were saying and how they were feeling. And so on the live, and I saw a post from Dr. Nikita Nietzsche, who is, I watch her stuff all the time, right? And she does a lot of media for a lot of people. And she said this was a great PR response. And so I thought it would be good to have her on the show this morning. Dr. Nietzsche, are you there?
Great morning. How are you guys?
Great. How are you feeling?
I'm wonderful. You cracking me up this morning.
Well, your mayor was cracking me up yesterday, but I'm going to tell you, you had an awesome breakdown of how we should look at what happened yesterday and the PR response associated with it from a PR professional's perspective. So tell us what happened yesterday from your perspective with the mayor.
What you guys witnessed on yesterday is what we call a political crisis management response, right? Which is a smart PR move. So basically, what she did was she admitted she put her foot in her mouth, right? And you got to think about it. When it came to like Tamika Mallory, when Tamika Mallory didn't put this on her page, Lori knew, Mayor Lightfoot knew it was over with, right? You know, once this lady who has been in the forefront of every protest, it was over with. So now she got to respond. So you got the PR people in the back scrambling, and this is what they came up with, right? So when you, believe it or not, like I said yesterday, in the court of public opinion, the public will forgive you. They're more likely to forgive you if you just get in front of it and you keep it real, right? So what she did, this is what you have to do. One, acknowledge, right? Acknowledge whatever, the situation is. You acknowledge that, you were wrong. Acknowledge that, you put your foot in your mouth, right? That's what she did. And then accept responsibility. Stop trying to push the blame off on Rahm's administration, because I found it very unlikely that his administration didn't let her know this was coming. It's like she admitted she did know. I think she said something like she overlooked the email or something. I was like, wow. But anyway, then apologize, right? She apologized, and then she offered her solution. Now she says she's going to use that video, obviously under the permission of Ms. Young, as a training tool to other officers. But what got me was the waterworks, right?
Waterworks? So, wait. Give me a tissue, Tito. She's been using this waterworks thing forever, though.
But here's the thing. If you're going to do the waterworks, make sure you got some real tears. Make sure you got some water. At least water your eyes. Yarn a little bit with your mouth closed or something. She didn't do any of that. So that kind of made what she said look fake, right? But then think about it. The day prior, she was going hard. She was completely disrespectful to media people who were asking her the questions. She was... She even undermined the victim, Miss Young, and said that it was inaccurate when she did, in fact, file a claim to get the release of this tape. So, yeah, she had to put on her eat crap face. But that's how you get out of it. You have to acknowledge, accept responsibility, apologize, and offer a solution. So, well, I think, me personally, I think this is my personal opinion. I think she's going to be a one-term mayor behind this.
Let me ask you a question. So, one of the things that I thought was, this was her third response to this. So when you talk about response and coming to the third time, do you get 3 bites at the apple? How many times do you do it before people say, you're a liar?
Yep. She lied even in the, but if you think about it, she even lied in that press conference. So if anybody who actually listened, okay, in the beginning, she stated that she did not know. She saw the video the day prior, right? That was the working story that she had. She had just saw the video. It was still an ongoing investigation. And then she mentioned that she overlooked an email. You really think she's going to overlook an email? And then secondly, do you really think that communication, something that we knew could potentially be this big, you think it was only communicated via email? You think they just sent a matter-of-fact email and let it go? No, I don't think that's likely.
Now, let me ask you this. When the other thing that we noted yesterday, and I think maybe we're going to play the question and answer section. You got a minute to be with us?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. Sonia, you should play your awesome promo that you did yesterday. Is it done? Please tell me it is. Please play. All right, play that. And then we're going to come back. We can play a little music. We can drop some things down. And then we're going to talk back to Dr. Nietzsche, because I want to go into the question and answer session as well. Here's the thing that I think is really interesting that I think the mayor keeps forgetting. FOIA, right? And I think when she talks about these emails and saying that she didn't know, we saw yesterday, Greg Pratt asked her about the emails in which she discussed this. And so she then went into trying to pre-explain her last lie, because what we do know is that there are emails documenting this at some point, right?
Yep.
That go with this. And yesterday we watched and we listened as the mayor tried to mayor-splain
Tried to lawyer-splain.
exactly what is about to be,
That's
in
what
my
she did.
estimation, the nail in the coffin of this cover-up, because we know that there are emails that exist. Look, we're going to go take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Dr. Nietzsche. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Today we learned that a Kentucky state grand jury found that the officer responsible for killing Breonna Taylor. Rulings like this one set us back and come as yet another challenge to the hard work and progress we've already made. It means we fight even harder against the systems of inequality and injustice designed to keep too many of us down. We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this role, like George Floyd, or closer to home, Rekia Boyd, or Laquan McDonald, and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter was handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up. We will and we must continue to say her name.
WIFTBPN. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Miss Ruthie Moore, Sonia Escobar in the building on the live line. We have watching, listening, tuning in with us is Dr. Nikita Nietzsche, and we are talking about the mayor's PR response. But, Doc, this is what I want to do. I want to move on to the Q&A session that the mayor held immediately following. You still there with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so we want to go to the Q&A that the mayor had. But before I do, can I just tell y'all, Sonia Escobar is a musical genius. She is. Did y'all hear that promo? I think it was important that we remember how the mayor invoked the name of Breonna Taylor and Rekia Boyd when it was convenient. But when she had her own opportunity to interject and intersect and really do something different, we heard how she really felt.
Thank you, Sonia, for not letting us forget that.
Man, it was so rough chopping up Miss Young's audio.
Yeah.
You know what I want you to do?
Hard to hear.
It took me a while.
So y'all remember 16 shots? I want 43, please. I want you to get all 43. I want all 43 in one promo.
Just have an intern count them for you.
Yep. We got interns too. Have them do it. 43. I want all 43 in one spot. Maze Jackson. This is the Maze Jackson show. So let's go to the Q&A where it seems like the mayor tends to once again get caught up in her lies. Let's go to the Q&A.
Dave Savini was just asking me, you just touched on that. Why did it take our television station, CBS 2, to continue to report on these matters before real changes were implemented?
Look, I will credit your reporting for raising this to the top of the pile of issues that we needed to deal with, and we reacted to change the policy because of what you were seeing, and then as we were digging in, what we were seeing as the inadequacies in the pre-existing policy.
This question from Greg Pratt. Mayor, can you describe the November 19th emails
ding,
that
ding,
you alluded
ding.
to earlier where Ms. Young's case was flagged for you, and would you release them?
Yeah, we will release them. We're doing a deep dive to look and make sure that we have everything, and we are absolutely planning to release them. It was literally somebody saying, Mayor, here's another one, something, words to that effect.
Another
I'm paraphrasing. And I said, okay, let's talk about it. Let's get Tamika involved. Tamika being Tamika Puckett, our chief risk officer.
Stop. See how she, okay. You told me about accountability, right? Doc, you told me about accountability. But every time we talk about the mayor, it seems like it is never on her. It is always somebody else's fault, someone else who did it. Now, I don't know. I'm going to just be honest. As a business owner, as a person that has been in charge, as a person who managed the Burger King, as a person who has managed the McDonald's, if a customer or people complain, I don't throw my employees under the bus. I don't name check any of the employees. I say we will do a better job. It is my responsibility. Why then does she throw? And then what I want to understand is, because I think Sonia in that same clip, she throws Tamika under the bus, the sister, but then talks about why she still has to protect the white Mike Fleissner, the attorney. Mark Fleissner, the attorney. Rewind and go back to her talking about the sister who she's now throwing under the bus. Black women.
Chief risk officer, and then there was a subsequent email from her about, because I was pushing her on what are we doing, where are we on revising the search warrant protocols, and she gave a detailed update of that. That's some and substance of it.
Pause. Don't that sound like Tamika was like, nah, you not finna, because Tamika was clearly a black woman who saw the video and was like, Madam Mayor, yo, we got something. And let me be clear, right now the mayor is also facing, her office is now a sieve, right?
Yep.
A PR, I mean, nobody wants to be associated with that. And so what you're seeing now is everybody leaking all the information. And when we heard the mayor, why do you think the reporter asked her about those emails, Doc?
Because they already knew.
Because they knew they were there. Like I said before, you really think a matter this big, you think there weren't emails? You think there weren't phone conversations, meetings, all kind of stuff? It's documented. But I'm going to tell you what else I heard. That was one of them. Imagine how many other cases she's done this exact same thing to. So what's about to happen, it already started yesterday, and I meant to send it to you. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in your inbox now. Now you got the media. You got the media hat spinning, right? So the Chicago Sun-Times has already been dissecting the Mark Fleissner. They said the city's top lawyer got some residency tax break on 2 homes in Chicago and Naperville. And this was after Mayor Lightfoot said that he didn't. So this is about to be a you-know-what show. It's coming.
Now, I want to point out that we talked, in case you all do not know, this is the same Mark Fleischner who was accused of, immediately in the Lightfoot administration, of living in Naperville. Remember, then they claimed dual residency. Right. Then we found out that he was using the secret road under the city that Todd didn't even know existed to go because he wanted to avoid the downtown traffic to get to his South Loop home. Mm-hmm. Then we found out that this was the same lawyer who wrote to the Black Caucus that if you all continue to pursue this black stuff, the city will not defend you. Mm-hmm. Right? Yep. This is then the same attorney who now is responsible for this cover-up that the mayor is saying she knew nothing about. Now, we all knew that this dude lived in Naperville.
Yep.
And I tried to explain to you all a while back that the mayor is how do you get the chief legal, all in Chicago, the chief legal counsel comes from Naperville? You know. So now I guess I got to ask Dr. Nietzsche, how does the mayor, because it seems like my mom used to tell me all the time, you tell one lie, you got to tell another. Right. You tell another lie, and it just keep on getting deeper. And it seems like the mayor, even when she was asked about the emails, was in full try to cover up and explain mode. And she threw her chief risk officer under the bus. Help me understand that.
Which, that was a terrible PR move, by the way. When she threw another black woman under the bus, you've already just publicly humiliated and took away the human rights of Miss Young, right? Then you throw your other sister under the bus, right? So now she come out, and that's when she started the yesterday's press conference talking about, as a black woman, my black and brown people, because she knows she need those votes. But where she messed up was she shouldn't have put a color on it, because you lost your black vote. What you should have been focusing on was the woman vote. Because now when you were reading, like when it was live on like ABC and Fox and other stuff, you had all the white women in the comments talking about, why she got to be a black woman? So now it's like, it's a mess all the way around because she moved too fast. I don't know if it's ego or what, but she moved too fast. What she should have done was left it at women, period. Maybe she could have had a glimmer of hope, but it's going to be really hard at this point to turn back the public opinion, especially in women of power, black women of power. We're done with her.
Now, let me ask a question. Do you think, and I got to push back on that. I got to push back on the black women of power being done with her, because it seems to me that the black women of power tend to try and revolve around the power. I remember back in July when the city was going up, and we tried to talk about it because black women, regular black women, were under assault, but the elite black women were determined to protect the mayor, right? Mm-hmm. Even as the average black women were getting pulled out of their cars and being beat down. In Chicago, there's a unique dynamic where powerful black people tend to circle around a nefarious white person as part of their power dynamic. Right? You think about Rahm and all the black people that circulated around Rahm and was like he was better than, etc. Right? And so I got to push back on that. Have we seen black women of power speak up? Really?
Yes. Not right now. Just her a few aldermen women. That was
Kim
it.
Fox.
And I don't even think that was a real speak up.
Kim Fox tweeted.
Tamika Mallory. We got Eve Ewing. There are black women speaking up.
Okay, what about locally? And I think those
are local. Eve Ewing is local. She started the GoFundMe.
Eve. Right.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. I stand corrected. You're right.
And that's powerful because that's that University of Chicago connection.
But there they go.
But I'm just saying, just keep it though. It's cracks in the system. There are fissures happening in the system.
There are fissures happening in the system. All right, Doc, tell me, how does the mayor get out of this mess?
Wait, hold on. She need to pay you first, Doc. Don't give her all of it now.
Right, you right.
No check.
Well, first of all, can she get out of it?
If by what Doc about to say, she about to help us talk back to the black folks.
Because y'all know we are the most forgiving people.
You're right. I don't know. I think the mayor needs to pay me.
Give her a taste. Just give her a taste.
Yeah, here's what she's gonna have to do. Remember when Rahm got in that trouble? How Rahm got elected for that term? Right before the election, he did this huge brunch. Do you remember that, Maze?
Yeah, I
He
did
did a huge brunch at the Hyatt.
Oh, not
And
that one.
in the Hyatt, he had a bunch of Black powerful women.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he basically begged and pleaded and promised and all this other stuff right before the election in turn of that vote.
Mm-hmm. That was yep. That's when Desiree. But see, that's when that's what I'm talking about. The Black establishment. That's when Desiree Tate came full on and said, "Look, I'm gonna get you all the Black women. We're gonna put 2,000 people in this ballroom, and we're gonna tell this story." And again, in my estimation, Judas Goat.
Yeah,
we have the people right now that are. Let me tell you what. If it's me, there are a number of Black women that are circulating right now who recognize that the mayor is vulnerable. Means she a vic. Means we can, even if she don't make it for over the next election, we got 2 years that we can shake this tree.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, be ready for the usual suspects to come back and be repackaging Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Don't be surprised she get a new hairstyle and start being back in the neighborhood. I'm going to tell y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I want to tell you, Dr. Nietzsche, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you, and I'm glad what you're doing. Keep that voice out there. You're doing great things. Todd and Ruthie, you guys are all rocking.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. Sonia, you can play that promo again. Play it again. Because since we got them all, since they want to listen, if you want to listen to it all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Today we learned that a Kentucky state grand jury found that the officer responsible for killing Breonna Taylor like this one set us back and come as yet another challenge to the hard work and progress we have already made. It means we fight even harder against the systems of inequality and injustice designed to keep too many of us down. We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this role, like George Floyd. Or closer to home, Laquan McDonald and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter was handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up.
You have the wrong place. You got the wrong house. You got the wrong house.
We will and we must continue to say her name.
Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
You are tuned in to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Sonia Escobar, Ruth E. Moore. Like, I'm gonna call you Ruth E. Moore. Like, remember, you haven't seen those, like when people be like, MT Promises.
Ooh, that's good.
He was from the Great Space Coaster.
Ruthie is the first Ruthie that I actually remember knowing.
Really? I'm named after my grandmother.
Well,
Ruthie May?
When I was searching for you, I found other Ruthies on Facebook. And I was like, oh, there's more than one Ruthie.
You know what? I used to meet a lot of Ruthies, but people always want to know, is your name Ruthie Mae or Ruthie Ann or Ruthie Jean? They always want to add something else to it. Or
Is
they
there
ask me
something to it?
Oh my goodness, yes.
What is it?
I'm not about to tell you my government on this radio here. But it's country.
It's
Ooh.
country.
Ooh,
My
it's
mama's
country.
Irma Jean. She Irma Jean. Hey, Irma. Maybe Irma. Yeah, I need to do something else real quick. So y'all know, and we're going to go back to the mayor, but y'all know I grew up in Bolingbrook. And so in 5th grade, 2 of my lifelong friends, Eric and Everett Myrick, came to Bolingbrook. And however it happened at Northview School, we all have been friends since 1984. Their father passed away, and today is his funeral. You all may know Everett tunes in pretty regularly every morning with us. Eric usually watches on the replay, but I want, for those of y'all that know Eric and Everett, the twins, you went to Illinois State University. They tore it up. They lost their father. He was involved in a car accident in November, went into a coma, and passed away last week. And so today is the funeral, and there's so much I got going on today, and I'm trying to figure out how you do all of this and the Zoom and all of that. But I just want to make sure that my brothers, right, know that they are in our prayers, that we love them, and that they have been through so much. So I gotta send a big shout out to the twins, Eric and Everett, and shout out to the Bolingbrook crew, the Bolingbrook brothers that have been together over 40 years. All right. Couldn't go throughout the day without saying that. Your mayor. Seem like y'all. Can I hear from y'all? Give me a call. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. And I think we're supposed to talk to Eli Washington at 8:00. I think. Okay. I might have messed this up. And if I did mess it up, then we'll get him on next week. But let's go to the live line. 872-259-7474. Carolyn.
Maze, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
What you mean?
That the mayor was going to be good for us.
I told you so. All right, let's go. Carolyn, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Yes, I'm glad to talk to you today. Today at 2:00, Black Lives Matter, Women of Faith, which I'm the founder, and Dr. LaShawn Latrice is the co-founder. We will have a press conference today at the police headquarters. We're asking all the women to please come out and support hashtag I am Anjanette Young.
Okay, stop. Carolyn, we're going to come back to you. I promise I'm going to come back to you. You got to turn us down in the background, though, because it then kills your ability to get your message out. So turn us down in the background, turn it off, and then we'll come back to you. Do we have any other calls? 872-259-7474. Do you accept the mayor's apology? Ruthie, you accept it? You didn't care. You accepted it in the first place.
No, it's not that I didn't accept it, but I've had no like the mayor ain't never say she was gonna be looking out for y'all. So I never had expectations. Like the mayor been drew her line in the sand. And so if you have low expectations, you can't be disappointed. And low key, if you think about it, the mayor is an attorney, so she know how to play the legal game. And historically speaking, the law and the legal system has been used to disenfranchise black people. So normally when you hit people with that paperwork, with them gag orders and stuff, people don't necessarily have the hubris or the money to fight their way out of that. But in today's society, people are like, no, forget that. I'm finna release this and I'll accept my consequences later. Sue me. So people are not afraid of the legal system the same way that they was.
Okay, I will say that I do think the mayor tried to punk
litigiously.
Litigiously.
People do it all the time.
I think, right, yeah, I do it too.
See?
I use my legalese and be
but
like,
nowadays you can't, nobody cares. You gave me a gag order. What? I'm finna still release this.
I'm gonna put this on social media. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Yes, good morning, Maze.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call, man. I want to speak on macro means super big, worldwide, to micro meaning microscopic, like right here in Chicago. What took place was an insult to world culture on humanity. All over the world, people of all cultures do not run naked among their family members in their households, and the culture don't allow that in the public. So for those cops to not express common sense and not be punished for not responding to common sense of covering somebody up that's naked just violates and flies in the face of common sense of world culture. That's why this has gone international. And it's an assault on humanity. And so for people not to relate to that and those cops not be punished, hey, it's against everybody's values. So that's why it's big. And this mayor, wow, she may be recalled. And the conversation now is more so, let us focus on who will be in her place or take her place that will really benefit the public and benefit the people. It's not about color. It's about where's my benefits that I'm paying for, that I'm supposed to get, that I'm supposed to have as a human being. This is all I have to say today about that.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. That was a good point. I didn't really think of it that way. Let's go to Patrice. Patrice, you're on the Mace Jackson Show.
It's Robin Patrice.
Robin,
Two
with two B's. What's up, Robin Patrice?
So I literally had to go into my other page just to look at my white feminist female friends to see if they said anything since this broke, right? There has been no outrage on white people's behalf. And I will implore Black people to have white friends that think that they are their friends to go through their pages to see if they said a word. Because when Breonna Taylor was murdered, they had something to say. They had their Vanity Fairs. They had their Cosmopolitan. They say her name, doing this and doing that. George Floyd, same thing. I'm like, is it because she's not breathing why I don't see the outrage from white people? Ooh. White people all day. But at least act like you give a damn about a Black woman that's still living in your city. That's it. When I tell you I am outraged, I was in Aruba shaking and screaming when y'all played that. I had to get off and go see it for myself. There's not enough outrage at all. And Ruthie, when you ready to go burn it down, sis, I got my hat, coat, and gloves. I've always been ready. All right. Let's go.
You better watch out. Her and Ready Rock, y'all. But look, I'm scared of all of them. Let me go to Carolyn. Carolyn, you on the Mace Jackson Show. Tell us what you got going on today at 2 o'clock.
Again, I'm sorry, Mace. How
It's
you
okay.
doing today?
No, you don't have to apologize.
I just want to say that when I saw the video, to me, it violated all of us. I'm talking about women in general, our little girls. It violated all of us. So I am very angry at this video. I am angry at the mayor because she lied to the community. So today, Black Lives Matter, Women of Faith, we are having a press conference at the police headquarters at 2 o'clock. And I'm asking all the women to please come out and support this press conference. And also, please type hashtag I am Ann Jeanette Young and say her name. Say her name. I am Ann Jeanette Young. So please, Mace, please ask the members of What's in It for the Black people, although I'm a member too, to please come on out and support us.
Today at 2 o'clock at the police headquarters. Can I say this real quick and then we're going to go to break? I think there should be a Black Vanguard, right? I think Black men should be there too. I think at 2 o'clock we should be at that, like them sisters should be up there. They should not be alone. Now, I got to figure out my schedule. So I got to figure that out.
Oh.
But no. I got to figure it out. I told you my brothers died, their father died. But I got to figure it out. Because I do also think that, I wanted to say I saw that there was 1,000 women march. Shout out to Helen Thomas. But I think that if those 1,000 women go, there should be 2,000 black men standing back there like, what y'all want to do? It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
Today we learned that a Kentucky state grand jury found that the officer responsible for killing Breonna Taylor. Rulings like this one set us back and come as yet another challenge to the hard work and progress we've already made. It means we fight even harder against the systems of inequality and injustice designed to keep too many of us down. We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this role, like George Floyd, or closer to home, Rekia Boyd, and Laquan McDonald, and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter is handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up.
You have the wrong place. You got the wrong house. You got the wrong house.
We will and we must continue to say her name.
WIFTBPM. You were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else could be what you have been to me. You'll always be. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, you know I love you. You know I love you, yeah. Ooh, you know I love you, Mama. You're the queen of my heart. You're the queen of my heart. Your love is like food from the stars. Loving you is like food to my soul.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets where hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Lenders give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Check out the Loch Ness Monster. Obviously from the west side. From the south side. It's what's in it for the black folks. It was kind of fire, so I had to let it ride.
Kind of fire.
Man, it was kind of that was a smoker.
Banger, 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 banger.
Can I tell y'all what? Keep on sending the music. Keep on sending the music. Maze at WIIFTBPmedia.com. You too could be getting in rotation. Now, I'm going to let y'all know we got music coming next year. You see young Herb Howard running around here. He's sick right now trying to figure out how can I get to this level? Like, how can I get to look?
We almost made it through the whole show.
Right,
now I'm
right.
Look, what's that? We 6 times? They like, dang, they 6 times our audience.
Everybody needs a dream.
Everybody, we got to give them something to shoot for. But check my man Herb Howard out because he is looking up. We got all types of new shows coming. Shout out tonight, y'all. Chris the Critic. Chris the Critic is back. Now, he put up some numbers on some of y'all last week. He put up some numbers. Chris came out the gate slugging, swinging. Chris the Critic, he gonna tell y'all ladies what time it is this week. Ruthie, we still gonna figure this out. We gonna get you on the Chris the Critic show.
Made you so funny.
I'm gonna say like, thank you.
All right,
no,
Maze.
that's not how you're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to, Maze, you're so
Oh my
funny.
goodness. If I, as a black woman, keep having to placate to black men, cheesy Pete.
Jesus Christ, then you gonna get you but then
That's a lot of work.
You get your pension though.
Ooh, that's true.
See? Smile and act nice. No shoes. You good. No all right, y'all.
Ain't nobody even got no pensions. I ain't got no pensions these days.
See, that is messed up. See, brothers ain't got a shot. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
You know what? My grandma used to say the best type of man is one with one foot in the grave and the other on the banana peel.
We got this. I'm gonna tell y'all, Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma.
Grandma
Rest in peace, Grandma.
Grandma's hair. Do we got any calls? Cause I want to hear from you all. Did the mayor lie? Did y'all accepting her apology? Now, Ruthie, you said, "Oh, we know she lied."
Yeah, we already knew she
was
lied.
She had told your mom called that a bold-faced lie. You gonna stand up here and tell me a bold-faced lie?
But you know what? Normally, under normal circumstances, she would have been insulated by the system. But as you can see, people are rebuffing against system. The legal. Let me just say something to America real quick. Y'all cannot keep using the legal system to try to hold black people down, because guess what? In the face of your gag orders, in the face of all of these motions that you want to file, we don't care about that when it comes to black lives.
I like Ruthie's energy, but nothing was going to save her from this. I don't care what year.
Yes, normally if we did not have societal unrest right now, that video would have stayed buried. And Anjanette Young would have had to accept, allegedly, the settlement that she took and the gag order that was put in place. But ain't nobody going for that.
There's always somebody who's willing to
rebuff the system. But in the face of...
There's always somebody willing to do something, rebuff the
system. Because she know that she got the support of the community.
No, not her. The person who put it on whatever they put it on.
What you mean?
There's always somebody who's like, I'm going to do this and nobody going to notice. But I think I should do it.
I'm lost. What you talking about?
Whoever put the tape, the body cam on. Didn't somebody put it on one of these digital mediums? Isn't that what
you mean? Who took the tape and put it up?
Yes.
Who took the video?
She wanted it released herself.
Right. She wanted it up because she was like, this happened to me.
Right,
Y'all
right.
ain't doing that.
And the police stopped it. But I mean, somebody from the inside was like, this needs to go up.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with that.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. Here's what's getting ready to happen. The mayor's finna have challenges because, as I told you with Dr. Nikita Nietzsche, she is now blood in the water. People see blood in the water, right?
For Mayor Lightfoot?
Yes. I think Mayor Lightfoot was on thin ice, and I think white folks were a little, with the tax, with the property tax, with the burning of downtown, with everything that happened, she was already on thin ice. And the most forgiving people in the world are the Negroes.
Yes.
So you go to the Negroes, which is why she transformed into Black woman yesterday.
But low-key, though, she could have jumped ahead of this if she didn't try to bully her way out of it.
But that's her problem. Her problem is she thought she could bully her way through it and point her fingers and be like, remember, let's just be clear.
That's who she is.
She was that woman.
The third press conference.
She was that woman until the third press conference.
But you also have
Angelique Jones.
But you have to also remember that
it's
people who,
I know an Angel Jones and good God.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's awful. But there's the people around you have to be sensitive to certain issues. And I don't think
Tamika was. Yeah, remember the risk manager? Because the Black woman.
But how high up the ladder is she?
Well, she says she's the chief risk officer, so that's got to be somewhere in the. And she obviously had access to the mayor because the mayor said she raised it up to me.
The chief of staff should have been all over this.
Maurice, the white guy. Maurice Clausen, the white guy. No, seriously.
But he should have been.
No, but I'm saying you got to understand that if these are the same people that bet on that thought that in the midst of a teacher strike potential that bet cigars and scotch, they was like, let them Negroes eat cake.
Well, no, I agree. I mean,
the chief of staff.
That's the problem. The chief of staff and the chief counselor are two old white guys.
And the mayor is an old white guy too.
In some ways, I agree.
Cigars and scotch is what old white men do. Ruthie, I'm telling you, because Ruthie and Carrie drink scotch with 7-Up.
Yeah. No, that's just because they're from the
we ain't have no other. They was like, where is the purple bags around here? Yeah. Can somebody get us some Crown Royal? What you do with this 30-year-old scotch? Give me some 7-Up.
This thing must be ruined. It's too old.
But I'm telling y'all, right? I guess my question becomes, does Black Chicago forget? Because I think we forget. And I also don't think, you know what I'm thinking about right now is City So Real. And I'm thinking about all those white people up north who was walking their dogs. You don't know because you didn't watch it. So all of those white people who was walking their dogs up north, Ruthie, who was like, I don't really watch the news that much.
I'm oblivious.
I heard about it, but do white women feel any, speaking of that though, do white women feel any dispassion for, have you seen any white outrage? Have we seen any?
I'll check with my white women friends.
Can you find out
where the white women at?
Have they, where's the women's march white women?
Oh, the P hats.
The pink coochie cat hats.
They're waiting for that Women's Day march.
I'm just asking, no, can I ask a question? Have we seen any white Like, where's our white
outrage? Your white outrage, I guess, was the press. Mary Ann Ahern.
No, they was getting a story. They wasn't outraged. They was like that. They looking like who are your white allies? White women? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, like same white women. Where's the white women who was proclaiming cannabis? Ooh, dope. Where's our white women in the General Assembly? White women in the caucuses?
You know something I keep thinking in my mind?
No, what?
If Anjanette Young was guilty, we would probably never be talking about this. And it's normal protocol for them to treat us that way. Because if she was guilty, we would not be talking about this. Well, that's how they do us.
She couldn't have been guilty because they were looking for somebody else.
But I'm just saying, if she was harboring that person in her home, and the circumstances were exactly the same, except it ended in her being laid out in handcuffs and arrested, we would never hear about this, because that's likely how they treat us, with a lack of dignity all the time. And if she was guilty, her dignity would never be restored.
You know what?
I agree with that. They always treat us like crap.
You know what I was just thinking? So here's the thing. Here's the other part. You know that this was from 2 years ago.
Right.
So they got 50 of them still sitting up, right?
Yeah, it does make you wonder.
Oh, no, they got way more. You know they got way more.
I don't think we have to wonder. I think we can fairly conclude that they have more.
I mean, because let's be clear, that wasn't abnormal. They were, like, that was a course of duty to them. You know what that reminded me of? Do y'all remember the movie Colors? I know I said that, but remember when, was it High Top? It wasn't High Top. Who did Damon Williams play? And he was in there getting it with the girl, and they shot him in the back.
Man, it's been a long time for me.
Anyway, it makes me think, because I remember the police came in and they was doing it, and they grabbed him up, and it was like sort of like this. They was naked, and they had him handcuffed, naked, standing around, and everybody was like ha ha ha, and and moving around. I bet you this is a normal course.
This is the thing that made me think about how normal this was how abnormal it was to me to watch and hear. And to see their reactions. I said, this is everyday business for them. That coat of blue is a mother, boy.
Oh, it's normal, because, every once in a while, because I'm sitting in my chair watching TV, and I got to watch something, right? So you watch one of those reality shows where the cops bust in all the time. Yeah, they bust in. I don't
want
care
you
what you doing. Everybody stop. It's like freeze tag. Everybody stop.
That's fine, though, Todd. But after she was handcuffed and standing there in the buff like that, ain't nobody's humanistic nature kick in?
Well, that's why I would say, where's the supervisor? Doesn't he notice that?
He's the same dude.
Turning off his camera once he realized he's messed up.
Yeah, he's like, I better save myself.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information, or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Today we learned that a Kentucky state grand jury found that the officer responsible for killing Breonna Taylor. Rulings like this one set us back and come as yet another challenge to the hard work and progress we have already made. It means we fight even harder against the systems of inequality and injustice designed to keep too many of us down. We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this role, like George Floyd, or closer to home, Rekia Boyd, and Laquan McDonald, and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter is handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up.
You have the wrong place. You got the wrong house. You got the wrong house.
We will and we must continue to say her name.
And you can tell them, May said, we want to know what's in it for the black people.
WIFTV PM.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. Nothing but smooth jazz. Smooth jazz. I'm doing my thing. Woo-sa. Because I want to make sure that we all go into this weekend with a higher level, on a higher plane. So pass me some of them.
No. No, you don't. But I needed some come down because that, listening to Miss Young, boy, it's like listening to a child cry where you get upset even though you know the child's just crying and they're going to stop eventually.
But Todd, when you stop feeling that reaction, then you know that we are in a state of apathy. And that's worse than how we get mad every time it play.
The mayor called her that woman. I keep thinking about when she was like that woman. Yeah, that woman was right. And then when did she go from that woman to it's me?
I know that judge.
I know that judge. Oh, do y'all listen to the promo? Also, speaking of listening to the promo, don't forget this Sunday, Church Chicago Power Hour. God's gonna turn it around. Terrence Keys, Terrence Daniels, and Angie Mims. Hey y'all, they out there working. They did their thing. That church, they had me. I was working the box. I was working the booth, praising the Lord. Took me back. Not to the Nazarene church, though. Took me back to the first time I went to a black church again and was like, woo, I missed this.
This was fun.
All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Y'all, who was the 5 most influential black people this year? Chicago.
In the Shy?
The mayor?
Ooh, can I do one more thing before I do? Because Tennille be snapping. I got to say thank you. Special extra thank you to Miriam Frost, Diane Pruitt-Scott, Boosie with the double entendre donation. Shout out to Bryant Lamar, and thank you everybody that is sending us stars. Now I want to tell y'all, if y'all got stars chilling, get them stars, spin them out. Cause next week we trying to raise cash for the personalities.
Tip your board up.
Tip your board up. Tip your morning personalities.
I'll be here all week. Tip your board up.
Tip your morning show personalities too, because we are going to be. You can get us on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Plus you can donate stars. Plus it's YouTube, money, everything. Do it all. But we want to look. What I want to do is send everybody to Christmas with a little Christmas present, a little bonus, a little something make them say ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, my foot.
Ain't a bonus in addition to?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you.
She went to school.
You got to watch these people. You got to watch these
Tamiko,
people.
Cassandra, thank y'all.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Shout out to Vince. Vince, you can do better than that. Look, I'm gonna do like Reverend Jackson. Like this, that. Look out. Is there any one of you out there that has $10,000? I need 3 people with $10,000. All right, let's do 3 people with 10,000 stars. That's $100. Can we find 5 people that will give us 10,000 stars? All right, now Todd, you look like you got 10,000 stars, and you put you up here on the pulpit with me. Ruthie, you look like you got about 100,000.
Y'all do y'all let women in the pulpit?
Actually, no. That's why you in the side. At our church.
I walked into that one.
At our church.
At least I can wear pants.
Excuse me, what church are you talking about? Realistically, we handed you a small blanket when you walked in so you could cover up those pants. But I'm going to tell y'all, look at here. I know that there are 10 people out there that want to give us 10,000 stars. So that Todd and Ruthie and Sonia, even Herb and Two, the Bigs.
Why? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Now, look at there you go, Vince. You're almost there. I see you, Vince Bass. Now you go tell Vince Bass with the 3,000 stars. All right, we got your 3,050. Y'all know, don't forget Cash App. We can do all of that. Now look. Now if y'all, I know there are 20 people out there. Todd, you might have to ask Bueller. Because she only talks to the alphas. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I know we got at least 10 people out there with 5,000 stars in their heart. Send those 5,000 stars, or you can send us $50 through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of those things. Because know that every dollar that you donate during this season of giving will go to your favorite personalities. Mays Jackson, vow that I will not use any of the money for the building fund. The money will go straight to the personalities who give so much to y'all. So I just want to let y'all know we're going to be raising money, dollars, and dough for the rest. Oh, Tamiko! There's one! I see one Tamiko Hope with 10,000 stars in the building.
She want to be on the usher board.
No, that means she gets to sit on the front row. Right?
And don't put any names on it, because I want Ruthie and Sonia getting all my money.
Right. Now, let me tell you.
Sonia with an eye.
I want to remind all of you that you can donate, whether it be through stars, whether it be through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. We take it all. Zelle. Just please make sure that as we go into this holiday season, if you have enjoyed the message, if you have enjoyed the words delivered by the morning show hosts, the afternoon, the evening, if you enjoy your sports, if you like being on a high plane with Salim Muwakil, you got to watch Salim and the mushrooms. Now, let me tell you, because he takes you to an intergalactic place. And then let me let you know, Chris the Critic is not eligible also, but let me let you know, you got to remember minding our own black business. I'm not sure if Go Ladies is going to make it back right now.
Uh-oh.
So but I'm going to tell y'all, this is the way it goes. Now, I would mention Herb and Two. Well, we'll do it. Also, don't forget the afternoon show, Our Guys, I Said What I Said. The other side of green. The greener side of things. Look, y'all, you got Lil Ron running around here. Lil Ron running around. We got Mikey. Well, Mikey ain't eligible. Don't forget the Book of Dawn.
Right.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Nope.
I'm gonna ask y'all. Oh no. So apparently, Ruthie says that some of our fairer-skinned partners will not participate in the bonus program. We will let y'all know. But look at here. This is the Maze Jackson Show, taken over by Minister Maze. And when we come back, right here, we are going to do Tell Me Something Good Friday. I know the Lord has blessed you real good, and understanding that he has blessed you real good, we're going to ask you to come back and share your good times. So take a time, get the number, write it down, 872-259-7474. That's for the folks on the south side. Literally. 872-259-7474 for the people on the west side. Call us up. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us something good right here for Maze and Sonia.
Devin said, can he split his payments up?
And Ruthie and Todd. Yes, we give us your credit card number and we will gladly debit you once a month. You got to do, let me tell you, Brian Hudson has made a monthly commitment of $100. So I'm going to tell you, you can contribute, but make it happen. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm Minister Maze sitting in on this week before Christmas Day. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
I'm blessed.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
You got an inspirational word for today?
Oh, man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Amen. On Sunday morning, it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things. Yeah. And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. Mm-hmm. It's God's responsibility, because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle.
Yes.
If we would agree together, we can't handle it, so we have to give it to God. That's his responsibility. Mm-hmm. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
I agree. Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I better leave that alone. I feel my preaching already.
You feel it? So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33 it says don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you.
Yo, who said devotion have to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. Please. Please don't leave me now. Please don't leave me now. Please. From glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha, to the grave, from the grave, back to glory. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. From glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Get out the chair. Excuse me. It is Minister Maze back because
I thought he had another appointment and left.
No, y'all told me y'all was doing some collections. They said on Good Friday y'all potentially could be passing the offering plate, and who better to help y'all collect money for the building fund? Oh, excuse me. Did we say building fund? I meant the personalities. Yes. We want to ensure that the personalities here on What's in It for the Black People radio. What y'all radio media station? What y'all? You know, we got a church ministry that is radio based, but I understand y'all got cameras and lights and all of that good stuff, and so. What I have decided here on this Good Friday, beyond hearing y'all tell me about what is good in your lives, is I want y'all to help us raise can we raise $5,000? Could we raise $5,000 to give it as a gift to our morning, afternoon, evening show personalities? I'm going to tell you, I believe. Now, see, I saw two people out there who gave us 10,000 stars, Todd. Which
I saw that.
Shout out to Tamiko Okamak Holt.
Okamak.
You see her logo. See that sponsorship right in the back behind you, Todd. Who was the brother who gave us 10,000 stars? Ruthie Moore, I need you to find that out. Because right here, right now on Tell Me Something a Good Friday, I am your host, Maze Jackson.
Hey, you know, I just thought something.
What did you think?
We need to get Ruthie a nurse outfit. That way she doesn't have to wear. No, I do wear skirts.
John Cooper.
John Cooper.
That's right.
John Cooper Jr.
Shout out to John Cooper Jr. I told you. Do I have 3 more 10,000 star givers? I know it's 3 more y'all out there. Now, Ruthie, if you give us 10,000 stars, we promise that Ruthie will come to the morning show.
Maze, don't try to pimp me out.
Hold on.
Right.
Ruthie, we're going to get you the white shoes with the thick soles.
Uh-huh.
You know she going to have on the white stockings.
Yep.
Oh,
with
man.
With the white mother nurse board. And then you're going to get you one of them hats.
Them old-fashioned hats.
Them old hats that flip up.
I will do that only if I get to walk around and reprimand the children and the people chewing gum.
But then you got to ensure that somewhere in your kit you have the peppermints that have the paper that are difficult to remove.
They make a lot of noise.
Yeah, but you know the peppermint, it's two types of peppermint. So it was the mothers who brought the Brock's peppermints, which was the good peppermint. Then it was the people who bought them ones that was a little soft.
Yeah,
you know?
them little soft mints.
And they was hard. They was like soft and hard at the same time.
I hated those.
Yeah, and they was like
they melt in your mouth.
And I like those, but the ones that stick to the paper.
Oh.
Stick to the plastic and you got the, all right.
Y'all had good church candy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand butterscotch.
Oh, I hate butterscotch. Now, it used to be you had a choice of butterscotch or peppermint.
Exactly.
Right? I used to love the butterscotch. Then there was a day them yellow papers just meant, and then don't ever get a bad butterscotch. Have you ever had a cheap butterscotch? Oh, it's.
Dorita, thank you. Dorita said 100 Mays, 100 Ruthie, 100 Todd. I'm good with sitting in the back, but I want to make my way up to the front pew.
Well, come on through. Come on down. We thank you so much, so very much for all of your contributions. But it's time for Tell Me Something Good. So I'm going to move to Tell Me Something Good. Wait, first of all, has anybody ever had bad butterscotch?
I don't like butterscotch, so all of it's bad.
Who likes butterscotch?
Everybody, I did. Well, when you was a kid, you just wanted candy. I liked butterscotch until I learned about caramel.
It's like black licorice. Who eats that?
Right.
Do you, what kind of candy do you eat for Christmas? Let me stop. Here we go. Does anybody ever eat the fruitcake? Have you ever eaten?
Are you supposed to?
That's a no for me.
Why do people give the fruitcake to say they did it?
I guess so.
Cause have you ever
I
seen
guess it's
anybody
like
eat
flowers? You just put it in the middle of the table.
Has anybody ever eaten a fruitcake?
No, you're not supposed to. I
You just
thought it
supposed
was
to look at
decoration for a long time. That's what I thought.
Ain't nobody touching the fruitcake. Yeah, I see some people make fruitcake. They put wine and alcohol in it.
Oh, maybe I need to start eating them.
Well, I don't think that happens all the time.
Have y'all ever had rum cake?
Oh, so good.
I had some when I was little, boy. I was drunk.
So good.
You was not drunk. They cooked the rum out.
Kids always want to act like that. Right. No, even though they cook in maize, my people used to pour it on the top of it and let it soak in.
My sister does desserts with
what's her number?
Liquor.
Oh, she told me to tell you her number, Ruthie, that you might be interested.
Give me sis number.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking forward to this year having some infused meals. Meals infused.
Need your 8,000 stars.
Let me tell you, Solo Beauty. If y'all have not been to Solo Beauty,
second location, right?
She has a second location coming, but don't miss that first location that is for this holiday season.
Yep.
Right? You get to all your hair care needs. I think, matter of fact, my kid's going to be like, good Lord, I got a lot of hair care products. Right? My son, he don't want to get his hair cut.
That's about to say he got a lot of hair, so.
He got a lot of hair, so we're going to put some of that Solo Beauty magic on it. All right, y'all.
8158 South Cottage Grove.
81.
Ooh, Todd, that's our neighborhood.
Now check it out.
I can literally walk there. I can walk there when I go to Irving's, you know.
Oh, well, you got to be careful.
My car broke again, Irving.
Can you be careful walking.
Oh, yeah.
You know, make
Maze,
sure you
it's my neighborhood.
Take a restorative walk now, brother.
Listen,
Make
Todd
sure.
said that's his hood.
That's his neighborhood.
That's his hood.
Okay.
I know that's right.
I heard
That's
that.
my president.
That right? Okay. All right, y'all. What you got? Tell me something good, Todd.
Oh, well, you know, we've been trying to get the electricity fixed for the last couple of months.
But you ain't had no power?
Not that kind of power. So, the group is coming this, hopefully when I get home, I'm going to call them and say, come on, man, come on.
So
and you know that Christmas tree that I've been putting up?
Uh-huh.
This is it.
So are you waiting for the power to turn on? I think I must. So Christmas tree. So you put your Christmas tree up this week?
I will.
You said that last week.
Yeah, but I've been clearing out the space. Now I'm ready.
Okay, so now is this a real tree? Did we decide, or is this
Oh,
the fake tree?
no. This is the tree in the basement.
The tree in the basement. The tree in the basement. Just more storage space. All right, so Todd will be installing a Christmas tree this weekend. That is his Tell Me Something Good.
And
Anything
lights
else?
outside, too.
Oh, and lights.
Oh, you
Do
really
use a
getting in the
staple
spirit.
girl?
Oh, okay.
Janine actually does, I think she does all that. Oh, I guess I will be doing it. So, no, we will not use a staple gun. I want to sell this house soon. So
So how
I
do
ain't
you
put
put
no
'em-
permanent holes.
Well, if I was you, I'd just buy the web then, because nowadays you can just throw the web over the bushes, and you can get the.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And it can tell you. Let me tell you, just real quickly, you could just go get globos and make it look like it's Christmas, and it just be a light shining on everything.
Well, you know.
Or go get solar lights and you don't got to worry about running no extension cord.
Go on back over the.
Don't know
go
nothing
on
about
go on
duct
with
tape.
Right, duct tape.
Duct tape was good for everything.
Free energy.
And it comes
Get out
off.
of here.
You duct tape your lights up.
I'm sure I don't, but if
I was
have
about to say a staple gun, bro.
No, but that means you got to put a staple in the window.
No,
Seal.
you. Okay, it's wood.
Well, no, it's really some kind of.
Oh, okay. It's aluminum. All right, Ruthie.
My tell me something good is happy birthday to my soror Keisha Lando Freeman.
Keisha
Freeman.
Yeah,
My
what's
husband
up?
is Sigma. He know you. He had good things to say about you because you know I asked him.
What's
I ain't gonna say his name on air.
Jamie? What's up, Jamie?
Dang. Okay, you already knew.
Shout out to my friend brother Jamie Freeman.
And his wife Keisha. Happy
and his
birthday.
wife, happy
Soror.
birthday. So
Happy
you know,
birthday.
Jamie is inspirational. I watched Jamie overcome some things and kept a super positive spirit. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to my guys, Eric and Everett, Myrick, Jamani, Myrick. Shout out to their whole entire family, y'all. They are burying their father today, but I'm going to tell you that probably, I can't say probably, man. It's very rare that you, I'm not going to say it's very rare because Todd, you do too. You got friends from 5th grade still.
No, I got friends from kindergarten.
Okay.
Kindergarten? What is that? What grade level was that?
Go ahead.
We are, I told you that one of our classmates died. We're literally on a group thing to put some money to, I think we're going to give it to some kind of, foundation or fund. Yeah.
In his name. Beautiful.
All right, y'all. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Ooh, that sounds pretty sexual. When we come back, it could be Christmas or sexual.
Okay, now we know what's going on.
When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up.
Hey, Ruthie, I think I know what I'm getting Maze for Christmas.
No, don't say.
All right, we'll tell you when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Chris the Critic Relationship Hour with Gina B. Why you are not married. Number one, you ain't all that. I know that's hard for y'all to swallow. I don't look as good as my 22-year-old self. People need to realize that. You just ain't all that. And I get it. I got this master's degree. I went to this school, that school. I worked hard for this job, for this house. And then she over there got that man. And you don't have one. Men are very simple creatures. So, ladies, for you very accomplished ladies, I got some advice for them.
What's that?
I always say it like this. You can write this one down. Be a kitten, not a cat. What does that mean, Chris?
What does that mean?
You ever played with a kitten? It's real friendly. It almost acts like a puppy. And you want to play with it. You want to look at the little kitty. It just makes you feel good. Now, have you ever seen an adult cat? When it feels like it, it might rub against your leg and move away. But is that men like kittens?
Kittens will play with anybody. A cat is particular.
Listen, what did we learn? Men are very simple creatures.
Right.
You can fool us. We want you to laugh at our dumb jokes. So all you super smart women out there, you good looking women, you see a guy you like, you guys do make it out on a date. He actually pays for the date. When you're actually with that person, the dialogue is happening, the dinner is happening. You say, okay, this might work, this might work. It would help if you act a little blind.
Oh my God, Becky.
You're going to hear me say that a lot. Be nice to him. You hear the worst joke ever. But if you sort of like them, laugh at it. There you go. Hey, it's a lot of married women out there. If we got any married women chiming in.
Look,
if I'm telling a lie,
that one's a fake laugh.
Let me know. Right.
What you're saying is that we should cater to the male ego, and that's what's ultimately going to get us married.
I'm first saying recognize that I think some of us, more women than men, look in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen a little lion look in the mirror and see somebody real big? They see somebody a little more fine than what they are. And I'm not calling anybody ugly, so I'm not here to bash anybody.
Let's look at Middle America, okay? Middle America is not attractive.
They're not?
Middle America is largely married.
Okay, I think we're on the same page then. People sort of We get stuck to reality shows sometime and think we're supposed to have, I got a degree in a house, so I'm supposed to have Idris Elba or his twin.
Well, I mean, have you noticed? Okay, so you remember your friends from high school, right? And you remember how they had all of these qualifications for, if she's going to lock me down, she got to be this, that. She's got to have an ass like bam.
That's all we really looked at. Stop right there. You had me at. That's really, what are men? Simple creatures. We want to be fed. We want you to laugh at us, give us some, and that's it. To get us.
Ho, ho, ho. I came to bring some Christmas spirit. I got a big bag now. Guess what's in it? Something for the rich and something for the poor. So Merry Christmas and
ho, 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 Merry Christmas, my foot. I'm going to tell you what Santa really put. Yeah, it's the Christmas rap. It's your man, Maze Jackson. To everybody, Chicago, What's in it for the Black People Media wishes you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You'll never regret. And you, with your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back. I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on
the beach?
Playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets. And now we're taking flights from London to Belize. And we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history.
Throwback.
Come on now, we were making love. To the first time we let's reminisce of the whip. We were making love. Come on now, let's throw back. Oh, all I wanna do is throw it back. That's all I wanna do. Come on now, let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. We are freezing frozen, but that's all good because we doing our thing. It is time for us to wrap this thing up. How y'all? What's y'all thoughts? How you feeling, Ruthie? You got everything off your chest. Sonia, what's good for you this week?
Well, something good is that I am almost done collecting everything that my grandma wants me to bring to Oklahoma to her.
Oh!
I've been to about 15 houses.
Oh, you got to collect from the family and bring it back. You the collection
Can
agency.
you go to my friend's auntie, sister, cousin house and pick up what?
Ooh. Well, I'm going to tell you. I think I'm about to require everyone to get a COVID test. So we're going to have a big old conversation. I'm excited, though. I'm excited for the holidays.
Oh, COVID test?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the COVID test because I want to see my grandkids. So it's going to be like, COVID test.
Show me your papers.
I need to see your paperwork.
No, my aunt makes us take one every time.
Ain't nobody mad at that.
I know where you could buy results.
Huh?
I'm just saying it's a market for everything.
Is that like buying urine? That's the same guy that sells the urine.
I can't believe somebody's calling me while I'm live on the radio, but I'm going to tell them to call me back. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show.
Wait, Maze, you got to tell us something good before we go.
Yeah.
What did I write down? We're 1 week from Christmas. I think the biggest thing that I think is that I feel vindicated. I feel vindication. I feel like I've been trying to tell y'all what y'all didn't want to hear, and you heard it in her own words. When she said that woman, I just knew that finally we could wake Ruthie up. Don't be smacking your lips. All right, y'all. I am going to tell you I am excited about some big things, some orders coming in, and some big new announcements for next week. Probably next week. I think we got some big stuff cracking. All right, y'all. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, I want to hear the whatchamajigam again. The new song on the way out. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, now let me tell y'all, stay tuned, because on the Book of Dawn, they got Tommy Davidson coming up.
Ooh.
They be international around these parts. All right, y'all, we out of here. Peace. For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all up and really break it down. It's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal.
Ramona Mia, production intern here at What's In It for the Black People Media. Just wishing you a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information.
Kendrick Nunn, Jabari had number 25 stitched in his shoes when he played for the Bulls.
Yes, sir.
It's a Chicago thing, man. I feel like we wear Benji, however we can represent Ben Wilson, we do it. I remember Common, one of his famous albums, I think it was One Day of the Law Makes Sense or something, and he had a whole 4 bars about Ben Wilson, and it kind of just took me back. It's like anytime you hear a new Ben Wilson story, or anytime you hear the name Ben Wilson, it just resonates like none other. So I'm glad that you were able to, start that whole, and I don't even want to call it a trend, because it's definitely more than a trend,
Oh, exactly. It just carry on. One of the greats, one of the special ones. He will always be talked about. He will always be brought up in conversations somehow, some way, and because he was special. He was just a special guy, not only basketball-wise, but a human being. He was just a special dude. I still remember what I was doing and where I was at that day all that went down. I remember it like it happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't forget it.
Being outside, like across the street at the candy store or something when all of that went down.
Yeah, man, I remember it just like it was yesterday. And, the way how dark it got in a few seconds, it was, just to think about it, man, it just brings a dark cloud over your head.
WIFTV. Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Good morning, sunshines. Good morning. I have to tell, I'm saying it to y'all and myself. I'm trying to wake up. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, Lisa E.
Good morning, Dawnie.
Good morning, nephew Ron.
Good morning, TT.
How can you be still tipsy from a virtual party? Melanie Winston had a virtual birthday party last night. I feel like I've been to the club.
Now, was it like